Hey everyone, so I took a few days before uploading this video to make sure I had my points really written out concisely and to make sure that it was presented in a decent format so you guys can understand my points correctly. So let's start it out by reiterating what the title is of this video, and that is the fact that special weapons are not the problem in the Crucible, and buffing primaries sure as heck isn't the answer. So if you're anything like me, a special weapon dependency in the Crucible has been a problem for a very long time, but only recently, since the Rise of Iron was released, has it become a huge problem for a majority of the community. And if you've been paying attention to Reddit at all, primarily the main Destiny subreddit and the r/Crucible playbook Reddit, you'll have noticed that a few topics complaining about this have cropped up here and there, inspiring new discussion on the subject. And really, a lot of people have been giving their suggestions on how they would handle the matter. So I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring and discuss what I think the problem is and how to solve it. While we are discussing the problem of the Crucible, we have to realize that what we are looking at is the symptom of an underlying root cause. The dominance of special weapons, of course, is the symptom, and the root cause is something. It's actually an amalgam of things that we're going to be talking about throughout the video. The first of which being a combination of two different additions in the last update. The first of which being the recent nerf to sniper rifles, and of course the addition of Supremacy, primarily Iron Banner Supremacy, this past week. So, of course, how did the nerf to sniper rifles contribute to this whole problem? Mainly because the changes to the flinch mechanic really rubbed a lot of players the wrong way, and they just ditched snipers altogether, picked up the shotgun because it was easier to relearn how to use, and they've had decent success to it. Shotgun, of course, is a very forgiving weapon, and you have a wide margin for error while you're using it. You can get quick, easy kills just by using basic map awareness, and it's a very rewarding weapon to use. When you're getting that kill with a shotgun, you feel good about yourself. So it was very easy for these ex-sniper rifle players to pick up the gun, get good with it, and start competing, and really exacerbating this problem in the Crucible. The second, of course, being the piece de resistance, which was Iron Banner Supremacy. Now, Iron Banner, of course, the problem with that is you have to get wins to get XP, and when people want XP, they play to win, and when people play to win, they use shotguns. If you don't believe me, this was explicitly clear in the recent Destiny MLG event, where even known sniper, Real Crafty, was using a shotgun in Supremacy. So, if that doesn't show that shotguns are the go-to method for winning games right now, I don't know what else will. But that's my anecdotal evidence that I'm providing for you guys. What you do with that is up to you. But what else about Supremacy really added to this problem? Primarily, it's the way Supremacy is played. Now, Supremacy in and of itself is a very fast-paced game mode. You have to be close to your enemies when you kill them to secure the points, put points on the board for your team, and you have to make sure you can get to your teammates' crest fast enough to deny the enemy team points. And when you introduce this hyper-aggressive, fast-paced gameplay to the Crucible, really it lends itself to a few weapons, particularly the Last Word and the shotgun. Last Word, of course, wasn't too much of a problem because everybody was just using their secondaries the entire time, and that's where this whole problem starts. Those are the symptoms. And just to recap that first point, the symptoms are everybody's using close range weapons, and the cause of those symptoms are Iron Banner Supremacy and the nerf to sniper rifles. But this does go a little bit deeper, because in my opinion, this problem started a long time ago with two more root causes, those of course being the amount of special ammo in the Crucible and the layout of the maps. Quite simply put, I know I've covered this specific topic before, there's too much special ammo in the Crucible. The fact that you can go an entire doubles match without ever having to pick up special is a problem. Is it less of a problem in sixes? Yes, but when you think about it, there are special boxes spawning all the time, and if you're an aware player, you can get more than one box at a time, even if it's a fairly close game where the teams are split 50-50. Because if the teams are split 50-50 score-wise, there's a chance that your team has control of one side of the map and the other team has control of one side of the map. And generally, there are 4 special boxes that spawn at a time, so you can most of the time get at least 2 boxes. So when you can pick up that much special ammo, 5 or so shots per box, that's 10 bullets, 10 potential kills that you can get before you have to pick up any more special ammo. So when you have 5 to 6 people all running shotguns, in Iron Banner Supremacy especially, when you have 5 to 6 people all running shotguns, that is so many shotgun shells dispersed around the map. Of course, that's what you're going to be seeing the most of. Do people have a lot of special ammo to begin with? Generally, no. But when you have 5 other people who also have special weapons, and that's what they're killing you with, that's when you see it as a problem. So there is too much special ammo in the Crucible. I know that is an unpopular opinion. People think, oh, but if there's enough special ammo, how am I going to counter other people's special ammo? Quite simply put, if there is less special ammo in the game, it forces more primary gunfights, and it further improves the power of special weapons as quote-unquote power weapons to be used only in certain situations where they're necessary. You see, I've had discussions with players, and they say the problem with shotguns is that that's all people use. There's such a dependency on them because people can have them out for such a long period of time. Like I said before, that is just a symptom of the problem. The problem is there's too much special ammo in the Crucible. Therefore, there are more shotguns in the Crucible. There are more people using shotguns at a given moment. Now, the problem with the maps, in my opinion, is much easier to explain. Quite simply put, the maps are very close quarters, they're very claustrophobic, and very easy to use special weapons on. That's why you don't see too many good snipers in Destiny, in my opinion. There aren't very many opportunities for you to get into a good spot where you can get multiple picks at once, because the maps are close quarters enough that a shotgun rusher, especially a Titan with Jug Shield, can close the gap on you before you can deal enough damage to kill them, and just insta-wipe you right away. So that's the problem with the maps. They're just a little bit too close quarters. If we get something a little more open, like Widow's Court or Sky Shock, we need more maps like that to counter this, to really add variety to the gunplay. Now, next, I want to talk to you about why buffing primaries isn't the answer. Okay, so why is this idea of buffing primaries inherently wrong and bad in my opinion? Quite simply put, where Destiny is right now at the beginning of Rise of Iron in Year 3, we are in the best place meta-wise for primary weapons that we've ever been. We have such a variety of good weapons across all archetypes that can do so much. So let's break it down. In Year 1, we had the dominance of the exotic hand cannons. Very easy to use, very long range, large margin for error, and killed very quickly. A little bit too quickly. Quickly enough, in fact, that Bungie decided to nerf them to bring them more in line with their ideal, quote-unquote, time to kill, which is around 1 second or so. So then we go into Year 2, the advent of the God Roll or Bust meta, where if you didn't have a God Roll weapon, you were at a strict disadvantage to anybody with a rifled barrel Ice Luna. But when you go into Year 3, it's like a renaissance of primary weapons. When you look at weapons like the Blind Perdition from Trials of Osiris that you can get just after, I think it's 5 or 7 wins. You have the Clever Dragon, which was an Iron Banner drop, which you could have gotten from the bounties or just from playing in the playlist. You have the Grasp of Malik, which is easier to get now than ever with the introduction of skeleton keys. You just go to the end of Omnigul, grab the chest, and you have a chance of getting that gun very easily. You have the Vendor Palindrome. The Vendor Palindrome is the #1 weapon in Rise of Iron. I'm declaring that right now. The gun is amazing, high aim assist, great range, perfect damage, and its ghost bullets, it goes very much less than other hand cannons, in my opinion. That gun is amazing. If you don't have a Vendor Palindrome and you want to be competitive in the modern Crucible meta, you can go pick that up for a few legendary marks right now. So how do you get to the point where you can get that Palindrome? Very, very simple. A lot of people complain they don't have a lot of legendary marks. Here's how you do it. If you didn't play Iron Banner, then you do your Trials bounties. If you don't have anybody to do Trials bounties with, then you just do your daily Crucible missions for a few days. You hold off on infusing stuff. You don't spend your marks on anything unnecessary. You save up for a couple of days just to get that weapon. You run your weekly strikes, that's about 30 marks there. You do your weekly Crucible matches, that's about another 30 marks or so. That's 60 marks you can get in a day in 3 strikes and 3 Crucible matches, plus the 10 or 15 or so from your daily, and you can get that weapon, which will easily increase your Crucible performance because it's an amazing weapon, and it's a vendor weapon. Alright, so with my whole argument that I just presented to you guys, I want to ask you a series of questions. Very important questions. Do you want Ice Luna to get better? Do you want Mida to get better? Do you want Doctrine to be what it was? Do you want Grasp of Malik to get better? Because a blanket buff to primaries altogether to get them to a point where they can compete with shotguns will destroy the Crucible. If you think it's annoying getting killed instantly now, imagine everybody at all times, 100% uptime through the game, having a weapon that can kill you insanely quickly. If you thought Mida and all those other weapons killed quick before, well, you haven't seen anything yet. If you buff primaries, you will break the crucible. So I'm going to propose this, if you'll just listen to me. We further limit the amount of special ammo in the game. We limit special ammo so you only get 5 shots per game in your shotgun, with 1 special box spawning throughout the match to give you another 5 shots or so. The reason being, with this change, we will therefore make it to where using your special weapon will be only under very specific circumstances. If you use a shotgun, it'll be to defend yourself in a clutch situation where you need to make sure you get that kill and stay alive. To either secure a res, or to make sure that you're making a very strong push to break a choke point. By further limiting special ammo, we will make sure that people aren't just running around one-shot killing everyone and degrading the quality of the crucible for everyone in the game. These are the changes I am proposing to fix the crucible. Let me know whether or not you agree down below. Let me know what you thought about my whole argument about this video. Any feedback would be appreciated. Any criticisms would be even more so appreciated. If you are for buffing primary weapons, I really want to hear your argument, because I haven't seen anyone arguing for it. They've just been lobbying for it. They want it to happen, but they haven't given any reasons why they want it to happen. So yeah, that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I really had a lot of fun making this one and put a lot of thought into it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.